Now in the section on the back of the page it says describe. You can do that later, but I would like you to talk about it in here, unless you're doing it online. Of course, you can go ahead. All right, what I'm going to do is name, these are all concepts, and I'm going to name the concept, and I would like at least one person to give an example of the concept in their experience, and please be specific if you, as long as you're not violating any confidence. That is, name the group, like it's a department of a certain company or something of that sort. But in the first set, it's called Groups Defined, and it has 3 items. But give us an example of a formal group within which you either now or have worked. Yes?
The City of Albuquerque Community Recreation and Educational Initiative.
Community and Recreation?
Community Recreation and Educational Initiative.
Yeah, Educational Initiative. Is that a department?
Yeah, it's part of the City of Albuquerque Government Employment Department.
Okay, so that's a good example of a formal group. Give us an example of an informal group in which you have been a member.
Within that formal group?
Yes.
Well, let's see. It could be either there were 2 other college students that worked there as like part-time, so we kind of formed our own group. We were like receptionists and office assistants at the same time.
2 people?
3 total, yeah.
3 total. A group can have 2 or more people. Mm-hmm. Obviously, a group is not a single person. Now, what was the common underlying factor for those people, the 3 people?
Part-time, we were like the same age in college.
There you go. Excellent example. So within this larger formal group, the one to which you gave the name, you identified a small informal group of 3 people that were brought together. Were they all women? Mm-hmm. Okay, by biological sex, age, and the fact that they're part-time workers and college students. Those 4 factors are the bases of attraction that we were talking about earlier. That's an excellent example. We have one more example of a formal group and any informal groups that form within it. Anybody want to take a chance? They exist, guaranteed. Come on now, don't be bashful. unless you don't know that you are in that situation. Nobody wants to try it. All right? Give an example, anyone, of group norms. I don't want the same person talking continuously. These are the rules of behavior that guide the behavior of group members. And if we have any people at the remote sites, they're not on screen here, Aaron, so I don't know what's going on at Los Alamos and Valencia and so on. Okay, group norms. Take a try, please. Are you confused? Yes.
One of my groups was a sign language group. We had to do a presentation, and so one of the norms of our group was we couldn't talk.
You couldn't? Okay, excellent example. So this is a group in a class for sign language, and so you have some sort of a project that you have to do, and you work in a group. To do that, and a norm is to not speak at all. You have to use signing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. One more. Yes.
I worked on that New Mexico Ethics in Business project, and I guess within our group, like if somebody was slacking off, that would be unacceptable.
There you go. Now that in student groups, you have to reflect on your experience. That's a student group, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's with respect to a class, the group can develop the norm that you are not going to slack off and be a free rider. And we call it either social loafing or the free rider effect of people just going along with the group and minding minding what the group does as the person's own work. Have you seen in the formation of, in each case, let's see, the signing is actually a designated group, or were the students allowed to form the group on their own?
No, we were assigned.
You were assigned, so that's a formal group. The three women in your situation are an informal group, and that's more like a formal group with a set of norms that developed. So, excuse me. I should turn the mic off. Let's do that. Have you seen in that third set where it says model of cohesive group formation, have you seen any of those items running around loose in your experience? And the answer is yes, you have. I'm trying to sensitize you to your experience and would like you to give an example. Yes?
Sentiments, I guess. I have a group of friends from high school. We have a lot of sentiments, whether it be like pictures or clothes or things that we did together.
Now, it's not sentimental. Sentiments is feelings.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we have common feelings of attraction toward each other, obviously.
With a linkage going back to high school and reflecting on your activities then and where you are now.
Right.
That's a good example. Others?
How about in a church setting, like a religious group?
Sure.
A church setting seems like they would fall under that model. All of these, they have activities, they do interactions. They can be restricted by a formal service.
Good example.
A basis of attraction to something.
Yeah, the basis of attraction would be the common set of beliefs because they're part of a particular religious group. And that's an excellent example because in all the religious groups there are a certain set of activities that are required. They vary from one religious group to another, but you're required to do that, which can force the interaction to occur in the emerging sentiments. All right? The next item is stages of group formation. In each of the examples that we've had so far, and in the church group, I should think these would be easy to see, where the well, maybe not. I'm thinking of, we'd like to do it with 3 examples that we had. One is the ethics. The other are the 3 women in the city of Albuquerque, or city of Albuquerque department. And the other is the example with the signing group. Have you seen these stages? Reflect on the first moment you come together. You might be able to do it with the church groups too, I'm not sure. But thinking of if the church organization forms a study group or something that is going to look at this, that, or the other thing. I assert that you have seen these stages. Yes?
I have a good example for this one. I coach soccer and I have a U9 girls team, and I just got them when they were a brand new team, and I can clearly see all these steps. I've had them for a year now. In the forming stage, they were really shy, didn't really know each other, and
Good.
just little kids, and they didn't really work that hard and weren't very good soccer players. And then I guess in the intergroup conflict stage, they all knew that I had higher expectations for them, so they would start going, "Come on, Michaela," or starting getting mad at each other. And then leaders emerged through that stage.
Wow.
And then they came to a normal. They knew we all have to work hard, or else coach is going to make us all do it again. And I think that's part of something we saw in the movie too. They know that if they all don't do it, they're all going to get punished. And then
Cool.
now they're performing. Now they know they all have to work hard, and they're part of the team, so it's not fair to the rest of the team if they slack off.
It's a beautiful example. And in sports, especially when you're the responsible coach for a brand new team, as you saw in the film, every one of these stages was occurring in Hoosiers. And that particular scene in Hoosiers, by the way, does not show really the task orientation stage, because it's too early. It comes a little bit later in the film when they start playing some competitive games. But you had this group for a year. You should be way into the task orientation stage. And how are they doing, if we may know?
Way better than last year. Way better.
And these are young girls?
Yeah, they're only 8 years old.
Oh my word! 8-year-old girls playing soccer? I guess
Sure, when they're,
I guess
4.
so. There's a soccer field right down the street from my house, and I see all kinds of young people playing there. And they're mean.
Their
And she's
parents
nodding
are
up there in the upper, and I can see it even in the dark shadow. And I watched them. I was just out walking dogs down on the field, and they are just terrors.
You have no idea.
Are they worse than the guys?
Yes.
Oh wow, a new generation.